If you move the foundation, everything moves.
Right.
And that's what you're doing. If you do this, if you do that, everything below it, it's gonna be messed up. Everything above it is gonna be messed up. The femur caused her to have pain in her knee. But the femur wasn't her fault, it was the pelvis, because you took out the pelvis. So anytime you move this,
But for my situation, right, that I had.
that's your situation too. Anytime this is not balanced and it's not equal, that everything below it and everything above it is not.
Right.
It's on a house, you put a foundation on the house, if it's not squared, you're gonna get cracks.
Right.
This is the foundation of the body, is the pelvis. So if it's not square, that's why they call it squared. If you're not squared on your hips, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And that's why people have, and here, we have UC Med Center with a robotic arm to install the pelvis. And they do a very good job at installing the pelvis. But the pelvis, not installing the femur, but the pelvis is what the cause is, and the femur is the symptom. And if you don't address the cause, it's just gonna keep on happening. They put metal, they put all kinds of femurs in there. But as long as there's a misadjustment on the pelvis, it's going to continue, and that's why it creates heat later on. Because that bone is just driving harder and harder because this is turning.
Yeah, and for my situation, being that this is out a little bit, it was just tilting all this, right?
Well, yours was tilted and forward.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this tipped first, and then this. That's the cause.
Yeah.
That's how it works. This is one piece. It was never meant to be separate. And it isn't separate.
Right.
So you gotta look for the cause and look for the symptom. And if you don't attack the cause, it's just gonna come back. That's why doctors have a hard time with this, because you tell me your foot hurts, and then they treat the foot.
Mm-hmm.
But then they say, well, what caused the foot to be like this?
Right.
And then you go to the cause, and then that's the answer.
Right.
And a lot of people don't need surgery on their foot. They don't need implants, they don't need all this other stuff. They put orthopedic shoes. They don't need that if the cause is on top.
Yeah.
$200 pair.
Yes.
My friends
Yes.
work $200 pair of orthopedic shoes.
See, that's
And
Yeah.
they don't even, they still say that their ankles hurt, their knees hurt, their back hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've had surgery in their back. Wow.
that's unheard of.
It's
And
crazy.
that's why I say I treat so many people that they all reveal the same evidence.
Yeah.
And it's pretty clear. But like I say, the people on the other side know it. It's not that they're ignorant. I wish they were ignorant and we could educate them.
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
They know.
They know. Of course they know.
They just,
They want the money.
because if they fix you,
Since I didn't probably communicate with you about working on both of us, do you want me to just come back with her in a couple
No,
days?
I can do it with you right now.
Okay. I don't know what my problem is though right now.
Oh, you don't know your problem?
Like I'm not like how I was.
Oh.
You know, like I'm not in a ton of
You're
pain.
like more like a checkup or
I'm
something?
just more like
Oh, let's
yeah,
check you
kind
out.
of seeing.
Lay down and see
what
what
do you
you
guys
know.
do? Do you guys do snowboarding, skiing, any of that
No.
activities?
No.
Because that has
Well,
a lot to do with
yeah,
Well, he
do it.
used to.
Yeah, he used to do it.
Used
He used to.
to, yeah.
He used to be the
But
big
he